Here today with a really exciting video, a video that I've been wanting to film for so long. This will be a flip through of most of my journals. I'm so excited to be doing this because I know that this has been highly requested. There are 4 different journals here. I switch in between using them quite frequently. So let me go ahead and introduce to you all of the different ones that I have. First up is my book journal. This is the Loistrom 1917 journal. I also have a discount code with them, so if you'd like to get one, make sure to use my discount code to get 20% off. This is my book journal. You can see here that I've decorated the cover. I definitely want to replace some of the stickers on here just because they're coming off. Next up is my brain dump journal. It's getting a little bit stuffed because I shoved a lot of scrap pieces of paper that I eventually want to stick on the pages in here. This is what I like to call my everything journal, or I guess a more common name would be the commonplace journal, which is what I use to write down everything and anything in between. So this is the Stology brand. I'll make sure to link all of the exact ones down below in my description box if you're interested. And then lastly, we have my movie journal, which out of all the journals I'm about to show you, I think this is definitely one of the ones that I'm most excited for just because I love movies. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I'm a movie girly through and through. I love watching documentaries, TV shows, movies, like cinema, I'm all here for. I only put my favorite ones in here, just want to say that. It's not just movies, it's also TV shows and documentaries as well. I just like to call it my movie journal, just so it's easier. Let's go ahead and get through the flip through. I'm so excited. First up, we're starting off with my everything journal. So like I said, this is from the brand Stology. You can see here that there's some water damage on the side. Trying not to let it get to me. I was super devastated when this happened. Thankfully, most of the pages aren't that crinkly, but yeah, you can tell it's like pretty damaged. So I've had this for a while, and I would say that the purpose of this journal kind of changed throughout the years. You'll see it as I flip through it. You can see here I kind of didn't really know what to do with this journal. I think at first I was like, okay, let's just treat this as a regular diary journal where I just write about my day, and then along the way I was like, wait, but I also want to put in other things such as recipes and whatever else I was interested in. And then I also started using it as a way to track my to-do list. I love this little illustration that I did here. Absolutely one of my favorites. This page is just solely dedicated to recipes. I had a chicken noodle soup era for a little bit. I was really obsessed with soups for whatever reason. I think it was because it was during the fall season. I was definitely in my chef era and I just wanted to learn everything about cooking. Yep, another recipe page. This one is not even finished. I wanted to do a little doodle of shakshuka here, but then I just never got around to it. I think I just got lazy, honestly. This one is kind of like a little random page, some to-do lists, random thoughts, and then I wrote a little bit about some goals I wanted to set for that new year, I think. This is a habit tracker for January. As you can see, my habits were just practically non-existent for this month. Another random musings page with some habits and just another regular page. So you can see like these pages aren't really that inspired. It's a little bit boring, if you will. I was kind of just writing down things that I was trying to do around that time. Same thing here. Never finished this illustration. I always have like a really hard time finishing illustrations whenever I start them. A little weekend recap. The washi tape is coming off here, but I absolutely love doing these because I'm up to so much over the weekends, so it's nice to just kind of recap and reflect, process a little bit, and then write about it. Okay, so this was around the time that I started documenting my favorite forms of like entertainment, movies, and shows. I think it's really fun because I feel like I'm the type of person that gets obsessed with so many things and I always like hyperfixate, so it's nice that I can like keep track of certain things that I've obsessed over during a certain period. Here is my habit tracker for February. This is a Valentine's Day spread. I really like this page for some reason. I think it's because I just love like the soft colors of it. Also really like this page as well, where I just wrote about like habits, but I love the stickers that I used for this spread. I did a little skincare page here where I just wrote down my current skincare routine. I put down some quotes that I was really vibing with. This page is dedicated to my thoughts during the beginning of a new month. Just some more rambly thoughts and another weekend recap. I really like what I did here. I was really inspired by like these little diner receipts as a way to write down everything that I had been up to during that weekend. Really like this one as well. I put down menu of the week because I was really determined to eat and like cook a lot more during that time. I wanted to kind of have like a menu that I'd be able to refer to that would take into account the things that I had in my fridge, and so it would be a lot easier for me to figure out what to cook exactly. Next up is the media box page. This is for March. I just put down the books, movies / TV shows that I watched alongside games that I was playing. Like I said, I consume a lot of entertainment, so I think it's just really fun for me to keep track of that. I wanted to archive some of my favorite lipstick shades. You can see here that I definitely lean more towards like browner, darker shades. Yeah, I don't know. I thought this was just really fun. I sprayed hairspray on it so that it doesn't transfer over to the other page. And thankfully, so far, it's held up really well. Alongside that, I have this page, which I really love. I think because it's in shades of red, and I just love using like strawberry stickers and stuff, but I just love this page a lot. Another weekend recap. Some thoughts about April alongside. This was when Sabrina released her Espresso single, and I was just absolutely obsessed with like the concept, the music video, and I wanted to dedicate a page to it. And also because I'm a huge Sabrina Carpenter fan. I've been to her Emails I Can't Send tour, and I've just been a fan of her since forever. It's just really nice that she's blowing up and getting more recognition now. This one is just like another rambly page where I was just writing down some of my thoughts. This is another recap of this particular day. My May habit tracker, I wanted to do something that felt more tropical and fruity. This is another recent faves page where I just talked about things that I was consuming. Did a little one-page review for this book called Denison Avenue. Really like the way that this turned out. I like how it feels very uniform for some reason. And then this one, I was just writing about my week at a glance and some things I had to do. This page I really, really like because I was super inspired by what my friend did with her journal. So the way that she goes about her journal, she doesn't really have like a rhyme or rhythm to it, and it's very kind of like scrappy. And so I kind of wanted to do something similar where I was just documenting a bunch of little things such as like my screen time, YouTube channels I've been obsessed with. Not a lot of color to it. In some ways it's like just very refreshing to look at. And then I just decided to decorate it a little bit with some stamps that I made, and I think it just gave it such a cute little touch. And I've been obsessed with this page for so long, and I feel like I want to do another one in this style. This is also like another page that is inspired by my friend's page where I just wrote down like random thoughts, things I ate today. I feel like that's one of my favorite ways to fill up a journal page, writing down the things that I eat and also just keeping track of like, did I eat healthy this week or did I not eat healthy? And then this is also just a more like junk journal page where I just had like a random receipt, stamps that I got. This is my June reading tracker. As you can see here, I did not reach my reading goal, unfortunately. It's still very cute overall. I love this little sticker. June was like my peak reading month. I was reading so much. I don't know what it was. I just felt really inspired to read. So of course this page had to be dedicated to my bookish thoughts. This is my page dedicated to fruit stickers. I just wanted to have a place for this because it's just a fun way to fill up a page. I definitely need to put down more. I feel like I just forget half the time. Another media box for July. Love the way that this one turned out. Then we have Craving Central. So I'm the type of person that loves to save a lot of TikTok recipes, but the thing is, because I save so many, I tend to not go back and look at all the different ones. So I forget about the recipes that I actually want to try out. This is a perfect way for me to remember. I love how I did my title here. I feel like it's just so messy but also cohesive. This is a wish list page that I made for July. There's a lot of things that I of course want to buy. I'm very much a girl that has many things, so I'm just trying to. This is a summer page that I did for all the things that I had been obsessed with for that month. Don't know which month this is. It might still be July. Then this is a page dedicated to all the things that I love to do to rest and relax. This was actually for a sponsorship that I did with Cadbury. This page is also kind of like in the same theme, but I wrote about different things, and it has a completely different vibe because I had to like refilm it, so I had to do another journal page. That is why I have two pages dedicated to pretty much the same thing. This page is dedicated to my 3-year anniversary with my boyfriend. I did a little recap of the things that we were up to, and then just had some pictures printed out to commemorate the things that he got for me. This is this month's habit tracker. I love, love, love the way that this turned out. I'm so obsessed with it. I don't know. I feel like it's so simple, but also so effective. This is my most recent entry. I wanted to dedicate a little square to my thoughts about summer concluding, and then I wanted to dedicate another square to fall starting. I just love it. It's super cute. And I love the little illustration that I did for a cafe that I went to recently where I got a little strawberry matcha latte, this like steak and fries dish, which honestly wasn't that good, but anyways, we won't talk about that. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot that I did this one. This page, I wanted to try out this new thing where I use my roll of washi tape to fill up like the background, and it kind of gives like this journaling wallpaper in a way. Printed out some pictures that I took when me and my friend went to this used bookstore. Alongside that, I have some vintage ad stickers that I put alongside it. Also, thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. I was so excited when they reached out to me because I'm a huge fan of their pieces. I'm actually wearing some of them right now. The necklace and ring are by them. Ana Luisa has gorgeous tarnish resistant jewelry for a really affordable price. I've worn these pieces non-stop since I got them, and I actually bought a necklace from them earlier on in the summer because I was really looking for some good summer pieces. Let me give you guys a close-up on these stunning pieces. First up, we have their Isla heart ring. I've been experimenting with chunkier jewelry, so this is something that I've been getting into and absolutely loving. It's so cute. I wear it all the time, honestly. Next up is the Hannah necklace that I have on right now. Let me give you guys a close-up so you can see the gorgeous detail. I wanted to get this because it reminds me of the tattoo that I actually have on my arm right here. You can see here that it's the same sort of style. Let me give you a close-up on the charm necklace as well. This is the ocean charm necklace. You can see here on the necklace there's 3 different charms. You've got this beautiful gem, a seashell, and a pearl. I was wearing this piece really often in the beginning of summer, and I would always get so many compliments on it. It's so dainty and lovely. I was strictly just a silver jewelry girl, but now I'm learning to mix and match, and I've been having so much fun with it. I've also been wearing more simple outfits, and I find that it's so nice to just have quality jewelry to elevate those outfits with. It's great that these pieces from Ana Luisa are high quality, long lasting, and really affordable. If you live in the US, you get free shipping, and on all of their products they have a 2-year warranty. So if you're interested, make sure to click on the link down below to shop all of my favorite pieces and get up to 30% off. Next up, we have my brain dump journal. So this is essentially like my diary. I write about like everything and anything in here. I have some of my like deepest, darkest thoughts and whatever. So it's something that I can't entirely show you guys, unfortunately, but I can show you certain pages. For example, I have this page. This was when I went to the Sabrina Carpenter concert. Like I said before, she had this like heart confetti and posters in like her little VIP package. And then next is this spread that I did for when I went to Calgary to go visit my friend. It was so much fun. There's pieces of like when we went to Stampede, when we went up to the mountains, and this little town called Canmore. It was so cute. I'm obsessed. Those are the only 2 pages I can show you from here, but I also wanted to show you guys the little pocket that I have in the back of this where I hold all of my random like scraps and bits and bobs that I'll eventually put in here. Yeah, there's so much stuff. I don't even know where to begin with this. Excited to actually get around to sticking these in a page because I feel like I keep on telling myself I will, but then I forget. Next up is my book journal. I love this little guy. I feel like I'm developing this like codependency on it. Whenever I start reading a new book, I always have to keep it close to me. Whenever I read, I always make sure to take notes. It's just been really fun for me, and I feel like I'm able to remember more when I do it. This is the most recent journal that I got, and I was trying to figure out, you know, what kind of journal do I not have already? I feel like I pretty much have a journal for everything. I figured, you know what? I do digitally store all of my thoughts about books, but what if I just had a more tangible place to keep all of those thoughts? This book is incredibly low effort, but very effective. All I do in this book is write down thoughts, feelings, whatever is happening in the book, and then at the very end, I'll give my review of the book. So you can see here for 6 Crimson Cranes, I gave it 3 out of 5. It's also just a great way for me to keep track of like how many books I've read. We've got 6 Crimson Cranes, the subtweet, friend, If You Could See the Sun, Not in Love, Tender as the Flesh, Every Summer After, Meet Me at the Lake, The Glass Castle, Book Lovers, The Rom-Com, which I'm still currently reading, which is why there's not that much on this page. Lives of the Monster Dogs. Love in the Time of Serial Killers. Last but certainly not least, we have my movie journal. I cannot begin to express how excited I am to show you guys this journal because it truly is my little baby. First page, we have Minari. Minari was the movie that was so good. It was what inspired me to start a movie journal because I was like, I have so many feelings towards this movie and I think it's so amazing. I want to like write a page about it or like dedicate a page towards it, but I don't really know where to do that, and I feel like just having it on my Notion wouldn't be as fun. And then of course I had to have Soul, another one of my all-time favorite movies, truly life-changing. If you haven't seen either of these movies, I highly recommend it. In the beginning, I definitely had this theme where I wanted to put in the original movie poster somewhere on the page alongside like a screenshot of a scene from the movie. As we go through this journal, I'm kind of a little bit more lenient with that rule and you don't really see it happen as much, but I do try my best to stick to that. Next up, we have Spirit, one of my all-time favorite childhood movies. Yes, I am a horse girl through and through, not even ashamed. The Chef Show, this is a Netflix series. Wish that they had new seasons of it, but I guess they're busy doing other things. I thought it was just like so fresh and like fun to watch, and I just loved seeing them cook like new recipes with celebrity chefs and then also serving those meals to celebrity guests. I thought that was so fun. Next is This Is Us. I watched the show like years ago and I talked about this in a recent vlog, but I ended up finishing this page recently because it wasn't filled out before and I completely forgot why I even had the show in my journal. But recently my boyfriend and I started watching it again. I wanted to introduce him to the show and then that's when I realized like, oh yeah, this is why I like the show so much. Next is The Florida Project. This movie made me cry. Like, it was so beautiful. The cinematography was so colorful, so endearing, and so I wanted this page to reflect that. I also love William Dafoe. Like, he is such a great actor. Next, we have Catch Me If You Can. This spread is very interesting because I feel like I hate it, but then also love it at the same time. I think I just didn't have enough stationery supplies that really match the vibe. And then I think I just also wasn't feeling creative enough to really stretch the limits of what I could do with this page. So it just looks like this, but you know what? I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I still love this page. Next, we have Kung Fu Panda, one of my all-time favorite animated series. It's just such a great trilogy. I don't want to say anything on the fourth movie because I watched that recently and I didn't feel like it lived up to the previous three, so we're just not going to talk about that. But the first three, phenomenal, exceptional, so good. Next, we have Enchanted. This is another one of my all-time favorite childhood movies. I had to dedicate a page to this and make it seem as magical as I could. I loved what I did with like the scrapbook papers where I used it as like an outline for the pictures. Of course, I had to put like butterflies up here. I love it. Then we have Dear Zachary. This one is the first documentary that I have in this journal, but I definitely want to put more documentaries in here because, as you guys know or may not know, I am an absolute documentary lover. So this is just one of those documentaries that I have seen like multiple times because I want to introduce like everyone. It's just truly one of a kind. Next up, we have Challengers. Challengers was one of the top movies that I've seen for 2024. And then we have Planet of the Apes. I also just like recently rewatched the trilogy and was kind of blown away by how good it was. I knew it was good back and I forgot about how good it was and came back to it and was like, wow, okay, yeah, it's phenomenal. So had to include that. Then I have Severance. Severance is like a sci-fi mystery show that I recently watched with my boyfriend. I was at the edge of my seat for all of the episodes. I was so engrossed in it. That just made me realize like, okay, I definitely need to dedicate a page to it because it was phenomenal. And I'm waiting for season 2, so I hope it comes soon. And my most recent entry was Thelma. Loved Thelma. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. And that is all for my little movie journal. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want any other journaling videos. I'd be more than happy to post some more. So it's just really fun to share that with you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.